Hello, do you ever want to see if you can design a jet faster than the Brahmos? A rocket I definitely didn't just Google to figure out what was the fastest rocket in the world for the joke, for this bit right now. Hey, this is gonna be quick, fast, and dirty. Bro, check out this game. Jalay Boji. I probably said that name all wrong. We're talking about Aviassembly. I probably also said that wrong. Don't worry about it. I know how to read. Don't look any further. This is a game that I found extraordinarily fun, so I wanted to make sure I told you about it. It came out recently, just this past April, and it is a physics-driven airplane game where you get the ability to, in a sandbox mode and or in its story mode, design airplanes, or better yet, cruise missiles if you're doing it right. In order to complete tasks to solve the story that they were given, I'm gonna be so honest with you. Story doesn't matter. I just want to complete the task at the fastest speed I possibly can. And or the dumbest. And or the heaviest. And or without any jet propulsions at all. The options are limitless. That's the real driver of this game, is the fact that you can design your own airplane with your own cockamamie idea of what aerospace thrust, thrift, propulsion, and physics you think is. Because I definitely don't. I went for school for software engineering, but because it has engineering in it, therefore I was supposed to be good at this game. That's how that works. I wasn't. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get my plane off the ground. They can take it. They can take it. I just gotta get off the ground. There's thrust. There's lift. Come on. Come on. Come on. A lot. I died a lot. But in the end, this is an extraordinarily fun game as it allows you to experiment with different ideas on how to get the job done. You basically spend the entire time of the game kind of being a pawn skipper, going from one airport to another as you're delivering goods from different stations to help other people's problems. The problem lies that some of them were timed, some of them were just really heavy, and you have to get different airplanes in order to proceed with those functions. Starting at the very base level looking like a Wright brother hanging onto the wings for dear life, till you get to the point where I have this future build, and I have, I don't know, the Brahmos rocket.
From a position where it is to a position where it isn't, and arriving at a position where it wasn't.
It is an extraordinarily fun game with its own quirkiness and the fact that it is a physics-based game, leaving you bumping off the ground looking like a little bit of an idiot, like you didn't put wheels on this thing for some reason. At the end of the day, we want games to be fun, and this game's fun because it is goofy in the fact that it is a RIS physics game, and I'm not an aerospace engineer. I created long plane, short plane, fast plane, big plane. At the end of the game, I was basically working with what I can imagine was a 747 Whale with a turbo rocket booster on the back of it, looking like a Delta fighter. That's the fun of it. I looked like a long bumblebee trying to get off the ground, using the natural physics of the world to launch me like a ramp. Or not. I don't know. Some of the polygons were sharper than others. The long story shorter, because this is a short, quick and dirty video, is you should play Aviassembly. It's only, let me see. $10. 10 buckaroos. And you can play Aviassembly. I know I played it on stream and I already got one of my buddies immediately downloaded it because it's just fun like that. You can even take a lot of time to start detailing and coloring in and changing the aesthetics of your plane to how it looks if you're patient. I will say this game, let me verify real quick. Yeah. This is one of 2 games this person has ever made. And you can tell There are things in the game that are, this is not the most polished game you'll ever play, but it's $10 and it gave me quite a lot of fun. What did I get? How many hours? I got almost 8 hours out of this game for $10. I don't know if you've been to the movies recently, but that's $20 for two. Game's worth your time. The bugs include things like your stickers that they give you for putting on the ship don't stick to moving objects, as well as, you know, if you're okay with bad aesthetics, the lettering doesn't crop right towards the end of the game, but that's whatever. That's beside the point. It's not what we're here for. We're here to strap as many rocket boosters to a cylinder as we possibly can, with or without wings. You get to decide that. The things get even more fun as the game includes things like blimps, like the ability to make hot air balloons, which I didn't dive as much into because it was way funnier to add fans to what looked like a future rocket. I made, what are they called? What's that thing called? The orthopter. No, orthopter. Not an orthopter. That's Da Vinci. Whatever. Listen, they added additional things that you can mess around with that I think are extraordinarily fun. That being the additional mechanics of a detachable part with a detacher that you're going to click to a button, as well as the rotator, which is what allowed me to make Osprey. That's what it's called, an Osprey. I basically made an Osprey because you can add rotation joints to the fans, and I was able to do that to lift straight up and that's the sound effects it makes when you use an Osprey. Additionally, you have the detach feature, which that is something I'm going to be playing around with because it sounds extraordinarily fun to build a rocket that detaches its legs so it can go faster, or its wheels, or I don't know, because you don't need those. You don't need wheels. In my brain, when I remembered I hadn't played much with the detachable, is what if I could make rocket thruster boosters? What if there's a way that I can stack the rocket thruster and the extra fuselage onto a detacher so I can detach it like stages, and then I can't put glider wings on it though, because glider wings aren't strong enough to withstand the immense force of me strapping 8 rockets to the back. We'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I'm gonna go back into this game and I'm gonna figure it out. I hope you go play it. It's $10. Find it on Steam. It's in the description below. Subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you next time. If there's footage here of a rocket, you know it worked.